Hi everyone, this is Dawn Olszewski with DOstampingWithDawn.com, and I'm here with another How'd She Do That? And today I have a fall project for you from the mini catalog. Now the mini catalog just started this month, goes through December. Actually, it goes through the 4th of January. So it's always important to check the dates on the back of the catalogs so you don't miss out. So we're going to head on over to page 53. And this stamp set called Soft Seedlings really drew my eye in. I love, first of all, love the fonts. And I'm kind of a sucker for fallish type things. And actually, I had a hard time deciding which one I wanted to get because I love the styling on this one as well. It's called Painted Pheasant. And you can see they're both distinctive type of stamps, which gives you, see all that variation right there? That's going to come through on our stamped image. So let's go ahead and get started. So the card I have for you today that I'm going to do is this card. How cute is this? It features not only that product that I just showed you, but this product here, which is a little hard to see. So let me show you up close. It's called the Leaf Fall 3D Embossing Folder. And here it is. It is absolutely stunning. I love, love, love it. So I love that it's a 6x6 folder. You can put your paper in either direction. You know, actually, you could have it going in any way. So beautiful look to that. And so let's see, set this aside again. And again, show you the card. So you can see this is where that beautiful leaf texture is coming in. I just love the look of that. So let's see. The stamp set is here, like I said. And I am using the large leaf image and the greeting, So Grateful. All right. Now some of the other products that I'm using are one of my favorites from the annual catalog. This is brand new this year. And this is called Stylish Shapes Dies. Love, love, love these. So let's see, I had to get 2 sets because I use them all the time for my classes. And it just makes die cutting go a lot quicker. So I'm using the largest circle. And you can see there's kind of 2 sizes of banners. There's the smaller size, and then there's a longer size. And so I'm using the largest of the smaller. So I'm going to set these aside. And then, of course, it has some square ones as well. So I've used those on other projects too. So this is a must-have. It's called Stylish Shapes, and the number is 159183. Now, I'm going to set that aside, and let's see. Oh, here we go. The 2 colors of ink that I'm using is Early Espresso and Cajun Craze, and I also need a sponge dauber that we're going to use with the Early Espresso. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now the back, the card base, is very vanilla. This is thick. I like the thick options for our very vanilla and basic white when I'm using it as a card base. So that is I can't get over it. If you love fall, that's like a must-have. So a little tip on that. So if you're familiar, if you've done some texture embossing, sometimes what happens is when you run a piece through, it kind of goes a little bit smaller than you want. So I would recommend like using a full quarter sheet. So that would be like 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Run that through in whatever direction you want, and then cut it down to size. So this size should be, yeah, so it's cut, the end cut on it is 4 by 5 1/4, which is a traditional layer size. There you go. All right. So there's some tips on that. Oh, I forgot one more thing. We are going to use, this is the rustic metallic dots, I want to call them. I might have misquoted that. Oh, it's in here, so let me just grab it. Oh no, that's in the annual catalog. So it's the rustic metallic adhesive back dots. There we go. I love those. They come in 2 sizes. This is the small size, and then there's a larger size. So you'll need that as well. And then, like I said, with the dies. So I have pre-cut a very vanilla large circle, and then I have pre-cut the banner as well. Okay. Now I'm not going to stamp the banner because it's just basic stamping. I have used the Early Espresso, and I've pre-stamped it here. Upside down. Now, some people, when I stamp with them, they wonder why I choose to mount this kind of a stamp on such what they would consider a large. I like, with my greetings, I like to be able to see off the ends clearly. So if you go like this and stamp that, you can see that it's like right where you want it. If you use something a little bit smaller, or, you know, a lot smaller, these, you know, sides kind of get a little distorted on the ends because they're nice and rounded for the nice grip on them. So I like to use this. This is block H. That's like one of my favorite blocks that I like to use. So that's done. So let's get to the technique on this one. So we're going to do a direct to stamp inking method, and we'll start out with just basic inking with the Cajun Craze. All right, now you can see this is a little bit larger than the ink pad, so you either got to move it around like this to make sure it's all covered, or you need to ink it up like this. Now you can see, at least I can, I don't know if you can see this, but this is why this is called distinctive, is that it is a little more textured, I want to say, in different areas on it where it's going to pick up more ink. And so that is what it's supposed to look like. All right. But I wanted mine to have a little more color to it, a little more kind of visual interest. So I'm using the Early Espresso and a sponge dauber and getting lots of ink on this. Okay. Yep, I want to get more. So especially if it's a brand new dauber, you know, you've never put ink on it before. Yeah, get it inked up. You want to play with that. Okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to go directly to the stamp, and I'm going to ink up all the stems with the Early Espresso. And I'm not worried if I get some overlapping. It's not a big deal. Whenever you're doing this kind of a technique, you always want to ink up with your lighter color and then come in with your second color, that's the darker color. Now I'm just going to go a little bit on some of the edges. Like I say, I just want to give it some visual interest. So I think we're good. Now I want to re-moisten this a little bit because it may have dried a smidge while we're doing this. And let's see, how should we position this? Like this looks good. We'll let it really rest on there. I want to get both those colors going. And this is a bigger image as well, so I really want to push in all areas here. Ooh, look at that. It's gorgeous. I love it. Love, love, love. Isn't that beautiful? So depending on where you position this is how you're going to like this one. I positioned the leaf, the large leaf fully on there and let some of the other ones come off. And this one was kind of the opposite, but either one, they're gorgeous. So yay, I love the look of that. Now, if you're making multiples, you'll want to clean this every time because you're not going to want to get the early espresso ink into your Cajun craze. So that's my tip on that. So this comes together really easy. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and use this one. I like this. I'm going to adhere this to this panel before I put it onto here. You might be tempted to put that on first, but I'm going to show you why. We're going to do it a different way. So find your positioning. So what I like to do when at this point, I like to kind of go, where would, ooh, gosh, that's gorgeous. Where would my sentiment go? And so then I can do a little kind of moving around and seeing where I like to position things. So I'm going to go ahead. Now, can you see I have come off the page here? So see, I've come off a little bit. Again, this is just adding a little visual interest to your card. I'm going to flip it over and see, you can see that? We're going to cut that off. Just go ahead and use your scissors and trim it right off. Now we're ready to add it to our card base. Just like this, right in the center of the folded card. We'll go ahead and use some dimensionals to pop up our greeting here. If you're a fan of, again, dimension, a visual interest, I am like, yeah, fanatic a little bit about my dimensionals. I love them. It's not often I don't use them on a card. So we're going to put that right there. And then we'll go ahead and put these dots on. Now I'm going to use my, or not, I was going to say I was going to use, yeah, it's right here. So I'm going to use my pickup tool, my pick tool, and I'm going to use the end where it's kind of like got this kind of gummy sticky on the end, and I just want to pull it out a little bit. So I'm twisting this to get it to come out, but I find if I twist it a little too hard, I get too much out. So then as I see it start to come, I just untwist it a little bit and then get where I want to be with it. So go ahead and look, picks it up so nicely. It's super cool, easy to use. If you struggle with these smaller pieces, this is an awesome tool to get yourself. All right, what do you guys think? Cute card. So here's, you know, here's kind of the two positionings, but they're both really beautiful. So if you are looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to earn your business. If you'd like a catalog, if you're in the US, I'd be happy to send you a catalog. Just contact me at my blog, DOstampingWithDawn.com, and click on catalogs. And I have a form there that you can fill out. And if you need anything else, just let me know, ask questions, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Other than that, if you would like to shop with me, I'll put my link down below, and certainly subscribe for future videos. All right, thank you for joining me, and have a great day.